Hey, so when you sign your tax return, you basically sign the penalty of perjury. And anything that's on the return, you have an obligation and duty to understand what's there. And if you fail to understand, ignorance is no excuse. Well, at least not for the most part. You have to be very careful of parties that you assign the responsibility to prepare your returns, especially when they don't have a PTIN, prepare tax ID number, because that person could invariably put crazy things on your return, most likely because they're trying to get a big fee. So just be careful of that. Speaking of which, there's a tax case right now, Mulu versus Commissioner. It was just decided on recently. And I'd like to talk about that because it's exactly what I just mentioned. Taxpayer tried to avoid a penalty where you relied on a preparer who didn't have a PTIN. So essentially the return was self-prepared, or so it was submitted to the IRS under the guise that it was self-prepared, when in fact it was prepared by someone else, but they just didn't sign the return. As a preparer, we're required to sign returns, okay, when we submit them. So this taxpayer is a pharmacist, and they took crazy deductions on their tax return relative to the rental real estate that they own, and the IRS did not agree with the taxpayer, and there were some penalties assessed for underpayment of tax. The taxpayer basically threw that payer under the bus. I want to say that because I don't know what that other person's side is, but essentially they're saying the person did whatever was wrong on the return and they should be held responsible. The issue I have is basically as a tax preparer, you're supposed to sign the return. So that person, if they're legit, they didn't do the thing correctly. So taxpayer ultimately lost in tax court and the IRS prevailed, and they have to pay that money. So it underscores the importance of using a qualified tax preparer with a PTIN. Not just someone who can do the work, but someone who can be held accountable for the work that they do. You don't want to have someone prepare a return and then say you self-prepared it. That's not the way you want to do it, okay? So my name is Wayne Scully, owner of W. Scully CPA PC. I'm a tax and business strategist. My focus is to provide solutions to landlords, flippers, and real estate pros in the New York tri-state area. My firm offers tax compliance, business consulting, and high-value tax planning strategies to save thousands of dollars. Before I go, I just finished wrapping my webinar, my first of 6 in the series. The next one is March 1st. Same webinar for those who missed it. How to protect yourself from the IRS and resolve your tax debts. You can get your free tickets on Eventbrite. There's a URL. I'm going to put it in the text of this video, and then you'll be able to also search Eventbrite for the event. And I'm writing a book on how to help navigate the tax maze. The book is titled 31 Tax Topics You Need to Know to Be the Tax Boogeyman. So look out for that. It's coming out this summer or fall. And see you next time. Bye for now.